the Hammer Down Racing Report. And now your hosts, Scott Hammer and Ron Miller.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report for Thursday, July 6th, your patriotic Independence Day post-game show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I watched a little bit of the Tigers game today, and they actually...
Did you fall asleep?
No, actually, they finally showed up to play. They were for the last 3 days, they've been playing the Oakland team, the worst team in all of baseball right now. And Oakland absolutely embarrassed the Tigers the first two games. Today they made up for one of those. Oh.
Well, I'm glad that you're in a good mood for that.
I am.
Welcome, race fans, to the Hammer Down Racing Report, coming at you live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, from the John Young Racing for First Responders Dave Kimmer studio. Tonight on the show, oh, by the way, this is show number 288. I forgot that.
What are we going to do to celebrate 300?
I don't know.
I wonder what the 300th anniversary is. I don't even know.
Well, somebody do the math. Don't include...
200 is the bicentennial.
Well, yeah.
We did that.
But I'm talking about when that's going to be.
Yeah.
But I guess it's only, 20? No, that's 12 shows. 12, that's like...
What'd you say?
October?
Where'd you say we are?
288.
288, so yeah,
So 12 more shows.
Yeah. Ooh.
All right, Dave Cameron, get on that and let us know when our 300th show will be. Tonight on the show, we're going to...
And what we can call it.
Oh, yeah, sure. And you come up with some ideas. Tonight on the show, we're going to be speaking with 410 sprint car driver Zeth Sabo, who just picked up his first Attica win on Friday night.
I think it was his first ever 410 win, wasn't it?
He picked up a win last fall at Fremont.
In 410.
September, yeah.
Okay.
So, but he's only been running 410s. I think last year was his first full season in a 410. So we'll talk to Zeth here in just a little bit. Also tonight, thanks to John Young Racing, we're going to be giving away some ARCA tickets that Ron has there in his hand for tomorrow night's race at Mid-Ohio, the sports car course there.
Is it tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon?
Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, I believe, is when it starts. So, and you'll have to pick them up from Ron Miller Race Cars in...
I've got them right here in my hot little hands.
There you go. So you have to pick those up from Ron Miller Race Cars. You got to pick them up tomorrow because the race is tomorrow night. So don't enter if you're not even interested in going. But if you are and you can, hashtag ARCA is what we're going to do a drawing for right there. Hashtag ARCA. That'll get you entered in the drawing. Just put that in the comments of our YouTube or Facebook Live.
But please, if you're just entering to win a contest, don't enter that one.
Yeah, don't enter this one because these are tickets that somebody may actually really want to use.
Yeah.
Like
have you ever been to a race at Mid-Ohio?
I've never been to Mid-Ohio.
Oh, I watched an IndyCar race there several years ago, and really a fun place to watch.
Is that that's just south of Columbus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice drive.
I think I've driven by that, yeah. So there you go. Cool stuff. Before we get to our guest tonight,
September 28th.
Is that that's going to be our 300th show?
Yes, sir.
You know what? That'll be like that's about the time we started in 2017. So what was that? 6-7 year anniversary too?
Close to Labor Day.
We'll have to have a birthday party.
Might be Labor Day weekend. I don't know.
No, Labor Day weekend is the beginning of September. That's the 28th. That's the end.
Oh, yeah.
Were you drinking while you were watching the Tigers game there?
No, good pain meds.
Okay. that checks out. DCR Graphics, they do full wrap starting at just $350. They also specialize in banner, stickers, die-casts, T-shirt designs. They can do pretty much any kind of graphic that you need for any kind of car, sprint cars, late models, modifieds, whatever. Get a hold of Dale at DCR Graphics, 419-308-9523. Check them out on Facebook, facebook.com/DCR Graphics. You can send them a message there as well. You can also get those official Hammer Down Racing Report window stickers from DCR Graphics, just $5. He'll mail them out to you. He'll bring them to the track.
And pay the postage.
Yeah, he'll pay. Yeah, that's like almost $1 now. It's like 60-some cents.
I don't know.
I get those. Now
impressive.
They have forever stamps, so you don't know actually how much they are anymore. So Yeah, that's DCR Graphics there. And if you do, when I've seen a few of them on some race cars, I know John Young's got some on his. There were some other guys talking about putting them on the cars. Send us pictures of the Hammer Down Racing Report sticker on your car, and we'll add you to a list, and we're going to cover your action where you finished in our racing roundups. Mm-hmm. Just for carrying the Hammer Down Racing Report on you. Dominator Race Products are back as a sponsor of the show as well. Check out the classic-looking Killer Z nose or the Dominator Outlaw nose kit for asphalt super late models. They have shaker screens, fan shrouds, modified valances, plastic late model spoilers. You can order direct from Dominator Race Products at dominatorraceproducts.com or from your local reputable race shop such as Ron Miller Race Cars, or you can call 419-923-6970. Bentley's been on the road with the Summer Nationals tour with some handing out flyers, doing some in-person marketing there. So cool.
If you want to see one of those Z28, the Killer Z noses, we've got a picture of them on the Ron Miller Race Cars Facebook page.
Really?
Absolutely.
All right. And finally, contact Freeze Frame Photos for all your racing photo needs, from action shots to victory lanes. They have all those custom cool gift items, magnets, canned koozies, tumblers, and racers for you guys. The birthday race is coming up, and usually they have the pits open and autographed pictures to give away. Charlie's got a special going for you get half off if you buy 50 or more. So if you buy 50 pictures to autograph, you pay $25 for them because they're half off. You buy 100, you pay $50.
Ooh,
see how that works?
That's amazing.
Yeah, pretty good deal.
And, that's pretty good for a guy who isn't really that great at math.
Oh, you're talking about me. I thought you were going to make a comment about Charlie, who's not really that great at taking photos. I was like, whoa, where are you going with that? Give Charlie a call. Get some ordered. Because that birthday race is coming up a week from Saturday.
Really quick.
Yeah, that's coming up real quick.
But Charlie can still get them done.
Absolutely. 419-476-9978. Freeze Frame Photos, special moments frozen in time. Also have to thank Oakshade Raceway, Big D's Pizza, Ron Miller Race Cars, Headhunter Barber Studio, and Salon. We'll go through our racing roundup real quick here before we give Zeth a call. And right there it is.
Racing roundup.
Lot of video clips to show tonight. There was a lot of fun stuff that happened this past week, and not so fun.
Crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff. That's probably better. Limaland Motorsports Park in action Friday night. Randy Hannigan picked up the win in the NRA Sprint Invaders. Brandon Vaughn won the modified feature. Sean Valeni, Thunder Stocks.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's where Sean's been. I didn't even know he was running Thunder Stocks.
He's been on a roll because he won the truck race at Fremont a couple of weeks back.
So he's getting back in there. He's running things with fenders.
Yeah. I'll bet he's running things without fenders, too.
Probably, yeah. Attica Raceway Park, also Friday night. Zeth Sabo, who we'll be talking to momentarily, picking up that first 410 Attica sprint car victory. Ryan Markham won the late model feature with a last lap, last corner pass. Casey Jedzerjak won the 305 sprint feature. Mm-hmm. And Oakshade, Fremont, and Butler all rained out for Saturday night. So
they did.
No action there for those tracks. Sandusky did get their show in, though.
And they said they were going to.
Yeah, they got Friday and Saturday. Friday night, Eric Johnson picked up the win in that was the Renegade Rumble, I do believe. Brooke Tucker won the beginner stock feature. Brandon Bailey in the All-American Iron. Then Saturday, Joey Wyckoff picked up the Renegade win. Clayton Carl in the Outlaw Super Series Super Modifieds. Stephen Mason won the beginner stocks. Bobby Justice and Pure Stocks, and Sean Warner picked up the win in the All-American Iron. Waynesfield Raceway Park, Jack Hewitt Classic. A lot of action there, and we'll be talking about that a little bit later as well. Mike Keegan won the 360 Winged Sprint Jack Hewitt Classic feature. Ricky Lewis, who is one of the guys we'll be talking about in a little bit, won the Wingless Boss feature there, the Buckeye Outlaw Sprints. Luke Hall won the USAC Thunder Midget feature. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, Muskegon County, Friday night. Tim McCready and Hudson O'Neill and Ricky Thornton each picking up feature wins. And then Saturday night's main event, the Freedom 60, $30,000 to win. Ricky Thornton Jr. getting top
He
100.
has been a roll.
Yeah, he's kind of having a Jonathan Davenport year from
has.
at Davenport had last year. World of Outlaw Case Construction Late Model Series action. Red River Valley last Thursday. Mike Marlar picking up the win there. River Cities Speedway. Brian Gustin and I-94 EMR Speedway on Saturday. Bobby Pierce taking the World of Outlaw point lead. And we mentioned Nick Hoffman last week. We had some scheduling issues.
Right.
He was supposed to be our guest this week. But due to some scheduling issues,
We're still working on it.
yes, unable to get those arrangements made for this week. World of Outlaw, NASA Energy Sprint Car Series, Cedar Lake Speedway, Friday night, Brad Sweet picking up the win. And then Saturday night, David Gravel, winner there. NTT IndyCar Series action, Sunday, the Honda Indy 200 at Mid-Ohio. Alex Pillow picking up the win. NASCAR action, streets of Chicago for the very first time. I don't think things went quite as NASCAR had hoped things would go for either the Xfinity or Cup Series. The Xfinity Series started off on Saturday, and we're going to continue on Sunday because of lightning, but I guess there was like flooding in Chicago.
Yeah.
A lot of rain, so they couldn't get the race restarted. It was red flagged with 25 laps in. I think it was a 55-lap total distance. Right. So it was short of halfway, but NASCAR called the race anyways because they weren't going to be able to come back and make the race up. Cole Custer named the winner.
I've got to believe that Chicago had to get those streets back open.
Yeah, Monday would have been a nightmare,
oh,
especially
buddy.
a holiday weekend. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Cup Series action Sunday. It was a pretty interesting finish there. There were some people that weren't happy because they decided to they started a little late because of the weather.
And that's okay.
But I don't know why they were starting at 5 o'clock anyways. Granted, it's 4 o'clock Chicago time, but Chicago is like toward the eastern side of the central time zone,
right.
So it's going to get dark a little earlier, but they ended up shortening it by 25 laps. They let teams know what was like about 50 laps in.
Yep, just about halfway.
Yeah. So they said, okay, we're only going to go 25 more laps to lap 75 because of darkness.
And that changed everybody's
and there were some
strategy.
People that had kind of screwed out of that weren't so happy. But Shane Van Gisbergen from New Zealand. First start ever.
Regular in the V8 Supercar Series in Australia.
Yeah, and he's a sprint car driver too.
A lot of my Australian friends were pretty pumped about
Were they?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It was pretty cool. He nobody had anything for him there at the end. He
was so good on braking, so good on corner entrance. He ate their lunch. What Scott, what did you think of the race? I thought it was entertaining. I hope they do it again. And that's kind of contrary to what a lot of I've been reading on.
It was all right
on the internet.
It was all right.
I thought it was entertaining.
The only thing I didn't like were the cars getting stuck under the tires. They need to do something about that. I don't know what they can do.
Yeah,
that was a little annoying. But anywho, other notes: Summer Nationals. Ashton Winger last Thursday night, the winner at Benton Speedway. Friday was just Jason Fager at Paducah International Speedway. Saturday, Clarksville Speedway rained out. Sunday also rained out at Lake Cumberland, but that was moved to Monday, and Ashton Winger picking up the win there. He was crowned the Week 3 champion. Tuesday night started week number 4 at Tri-City Speedway. Mike Harrison picked up his first dirt car late model victory there. Wednesday night, Red Hill Raceway is postponed by severe storms. That'll be made up on Monday, this coming Monday.
Right, which was an off day.
Yeah. And one other note, J.J. Hickle, our guest on the show last week.
Oh, yeah.
He kept our tradition alive, went on to win his very next race Friday night at I-96, the GLSS sprint car feature there. Mark Anderson won the IMCA modified feature. Carlin Forsyth won the 4-barrel street stock title, I guess, because they ran the 4 barrels and 2 barrels together.
Oh, okay.
And Jack Emmons was the 2-barrel winner there. And Adam Lance. A few of the Oakshade guys were up there.
Tough night.
Adam Lance, he was running up toward the front along with Craig Dittman, and he went for a little bit of a ride. And if you haven't seen this, this is what happened to Adam there. I think it's this one. Here we go. was, Ron? How many rolls?
I didn't. Did you?
Yeah. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And landed it Riverside down.
He stuck the landing.
Stuck the landing. 5 complete rollovers. Clipped that infield tire. And, man, it was a wild ride. That car was messed up. I talked to Adam a little bit afterwards. He was visibly not happy, but he said he was okay. So, I mean, obviously.
Nobody that he could be upset with.
Well, be upset with yourself.
Well, yeah.
But Craig Dittman, trying to avoid that, went over the hill, broke a ball joint. So, yeah.
Took 2 out.
Took two top competitors out, yeah. But a fun race. I mean, that was my first time up there. Very nice facility.
I saw an earlier clip of that wreck, and I couldn't imagine why the left front of the car was damaged as bad as it was. But then when we saw that video, it kind of explained it.
Something about rolling over a few times kind of isn't good for your car.
Yeah, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that Adam is okay. He's a tough competitor.
Absolutely. Let's ring up Zeth here. Get
Okay.
Our guest on the phone. Don't forget hashtag ARCA to win some ARCA tickets. We'll be doing that drawing a little bit later on in the show. Just type hashtag ARCA in the comment section. Ringing up Zeth. I just talked to him last night, so hopefully.
Hello?
Hey, Zeth, it's Scott Hammer, Ron Miller, the Hammer Down Racing Report. How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Good.
Wonderful here.
Congratulations on the Attica win Friday night. How big a deal was that for you?
It was pretty big for being my first 410 win at Attica there.
Watching it on Dirt Vision and your Victory Lane celebration, yeah, it was a big deal.
Yeah, it was pretty big for us.
What I miss in this victory? I didn't watch the.
It was just
Lane
animated. He was
Okay.
excited. And
I did see you did climb up on the. I did watch that part where you climbed up on top there.
the wing walk.
Yeah, that's fun. But that's not your first 410 win, correct? You won at Fremont the end of last year, right?
Yeah, me and Rich Farmer won at Fremont towards the end of the year last year.
Okay.
No, you're still in Rich's car this year?
I'm in and out of it. We might race it tomorrow night over at the Lernerville Speedway, but I've been in and out, mostly in the 23 JKR car.
Okay.
All right. So last Friday, I should say, you had to earn that win. Was there a moment that you had any doubt that you'd be able to hang on and get that win?
I felt pretty comfortable for most of the race there. The Bryce Lucius, he showed his nose a lot. I knew if I just kept my momentum up around the top, we'd be pretty good. He threw a slider there, probably with like 4 to go, I think it was. And I think he threw it a little early. If he would have sent it later, I don't know, maybe he would have had a chance at winning it. But I got a little worried then. But other than that, I think we had her pretty much covered.
Now, we had a conversation about sliders a couple months back with dirt late models and sprint cars. How long does it take to become a master at pulling a slider and doing it successfully?
I'm not too sure on that one. I don't think I'm a professional slider yet either myself, to be honest.
Not qualified on that one?
Not fully yet.
Gotcha. So how does this win compare to that first one at Fremont?
This one was good. I mean, winning's good, but nothing will compare to your first 410 win or really any win ever. So,
do you have a favorite track or track you prefer?
Honestly, probably Lernerville, where we might be going tomorrow. I probably like the most.
That's a bit of a haul. You're based in Fremont, right?
Yeah, Fremont, Ohio.
Okay. So last season, that was your first full-time season in a 410?
Yeah, last season was our first full season. The year before that, I think we raced half a season, if that.
Okay, and you were just in a 410. Were you running 305s or 360s or anything else?
I ran 305s for probably, I think it was 2 years for Rich there too.
Okay.
We won one race at Attica with it, and then he told me a couple weeks beforehand that if I won a 305 race anytime soon, I could jump in one of his 410s. So we went out and won, and he stuck to his word, and then I've been winning ever since.
That's pretty cool.
Nice. How did that relationship with Mr. Farmer come about?
So when Rich owned the racetrack way back a couple years ago, when he first started getting around it, my dad actually was buddies with him and worked there. And then as I grew older, I worked there with them both. And then we just kind of grew up with Rich, and he kind of took me under his wing, and pretty much like another dad to me.
Pretty nice to have that offer there for a ride, especially from a competitive ride like
now in case our listeners don't know, which of the Sabos, and there's dozens, is your dad?
His name is Brian Sabo.
Okay.
Are you related to Steve, or who's the other Sabo that used to race?
Oh, Joe Sabo.
Is there a Tim Sabo?
Tim Sabo, yeah.
You related to those Sabos too?
No, we are not.
Okay.
Well, good. I'm glad we cleared that up. So you got the nickname Howdy. How'd that come about?
So back when Rich owned the racetrack there was a guy that he still does the sound there, but he does all their sound for him, and his name's Chris Kaiser. And when I was real younger, I looked like, I don't know if you guys ever seen it before, the commercial Howdy Doody.
I think that's a show my mom used to watch when she was a kid.
I definitely remember that show.
Ron's old enough to remember.
And Buffalo Bob and Clarabelle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I was younger, I looked like him a lot. So ever since then, he started calling me in it, and it just stuck throughout.
Did you outgrow that part?
What's that? The howdy part, or looking like him?
Looking like him, Zeth.
I think so myself. Other people might say otherwise.
People could say worse.
Yeah, true.
So do you have a busy week planned for next week?
As of right now, we're going to take it day by day. We're not too sure what's going on yet for all the Eldora stuff. We'll be at Attica Tuesday in the 23 JKR car
for the Brad Doty.
Yes,
and then possibly then for the Million Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, possibly.
What about continuing on to the King's Royal?
That we're just day by day right now on that.
But it could happen.
See where we go there. Yeah, it could happen.
Okay, so you could have a very busy week next week, which leads me to my next question. Does all the success that you've had recently, you got the win at Attica on Friday. You came from 13th to 3rd at Sharon last Wednesday night. Does that give you momentum to build on going into these big events next week?
Oh, for sure. When you can run that good and then win a race and you're going to a big show like that, it gives you some confidence. But then you think about, look who you're racing against too, all them guys on the Outlaw Tour. I mean, they're really good. So to compete with them guys, you got to be pretty sharp.
Zeth, a lot of racers have either a love or a hate relationship with Eldora. Where do you stand on that?
Honestly, I have mixed emotions for the place. I go there one time and we run really bad, and then the last time we were there, we were actually pretty decent. We made the All-Star Speed Week show there, and that was my first time making a 410 show at Eldora.
Is it fun to race on, though?
I would say it's pretty fun, yeah.
It's another racetrack, Scott.
It's another. Have you run Waynesfield?
Yes, I have.
So, I mean, do you prefer a little tiny bull ring like that or the big half mile like Eldora?
Probably a little tiny bull ring, honestly.
Okay. That's fair. So you're currently 11th in All-Star points, 8th in the Fremont 410 points, 10th in Attica points. Did you have any goals coming into this year as far as what you wanted to accomplish?
We just wanted to get decent results, win some races. We weren't really doing nothing for points-wise. We started the All-Star Tour deal there for a little bit, but with everybody having full-time jobs, including myself, it was just too hard for all of us to get off work and travel up and down the road the way we were.
Rubber side down, Scott. That's the goal for the year.
Do you have next week off of work?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
So all right.
Just in case. So how big would it be to win any of those events next week?
Even the Doty.
Yeah, that would be crazy. That would be super big.
Well, our guests go on typically to win their very next race. So if you don't make it to Lernerville tomorrow, and your next race is the Donny on Tuesday,
you might hold that one.
Well, even if you do go to Lernerville, you may pick up the win there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we race at Sharon on Saturday too before the Doty. So
you got a couple races before then. All right.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Well, don't use up all the Hammer Down Racing Report juju this weekend. Save a little bit for next week.
Well, and Hickel was on our show last week and went to I-96 and won up there. So, we're on a roll, and it's really working with the sprint car guys.
Yeah.
Well, I hope I can carry that on for tomorrow.
Oh, so do we.
So did you did you run the Doty last year then?
Yes, I did.
Okay. How did you end up in that?
Well, we took a new car and we weren't good. We were decent, and we ended up getting upside down like the last lap of the B main or something like that. I think it was.
That's not.
So it wasn't a very good one.
So you're hoping to do a little bit better this year.
Yeah, at least keep it on all fours.
Gotcha. Any different kind of preparation you do for the car for the Doty?
Not really. Just make sure everything's good to go. You know what I mean? You don't want to go to the racetrack and have problems in front of all them guys. I mean, them guys show up to the racetrack and they're ready to go every time.
Who do you have any of those guys like your racing hero at all? Is it, cool to race against? Who's the coolest person that you've kind of looked up to that you've gotten to race against?
Honestly, I don't really know. Probably gravel, to be honest.
Okay. Have you gotten a race against Kyle Larson?
I don't think so. I've been at the same race as him, but I don't think we've been in like the same heat or anything like that.
Gotcha. Well, just beating him, I think, would
how
be
about
an
Rico?
accomplishment. Oh yeah, Rico Ebro.
Yeah, I've raced with him a couple of times.
I'm guessing he finished ahead of you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That's another one of those money deals, Scott.
Is that what that is? All right. So what do you got planned then for the rest of the season? Just kind of hit and miss races.
Yeah, we're kind of just gonna be wherever, whenever. Not too sure on. I'll probably be mostly in the 23 car, but chances are I'll be in the 29 here and there throughout the weekends, just depending on where the car owners want to go and stuff like that. I want to race every chance I can get. So.
And the car owners are fine with you jumping back and forth?
Yeah, for the most part. Seem to be, at least so far.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
What's that? Go ahead. What was that?
You first.
I was just saying, if one don't want to race, I'm going to ask the other one if they want to race. I don't want to sit at home.
Who do you ask first?
The main one's Jay Kaiser.
Okay.
If he don't want to race, then I go and talk to Farmer. And about most of the time, he says yes, we can go to race. So
nice.
It's very rare for him to say no about racing.
Does he have anybody else driving that car then?
He's got he's got a couple cars at the shop that we work out of that are the ones I pretty much race. And then out at Linder's, Cole Macedo races his other one.
Okay.
But that's like two different little deals that he's got going on.
But you and Cole could be racing at the same time in Rich's cars.
Oh, yeah. We've done it
He's got
a
different
couple
cars.
times in the past.
Okay.
Me and him actually went 1-2 one night at Lernerville, actually, last year, I think it was. Last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah, what are your long-term racing plans? I know you're pretty young. Any plans to ever step into a dirt late model, go asphalt racing, move up to something else?
World of Outlaws full time.
I would probably just stick with sprint car racing. If I got offered a late model ride, I would probably take it for a little bit just to try it out, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Really just sprint car racing, see where I can get with that.
What's your background before you got into the 305?
They got these called dirt trucks at Fremont.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I raced one of those, I think it was 2 years, a year and a half to 2 years. and then we ended up getting a 305.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with the dirt trucks.
Ron puts those together. Some of them.
Oh, really?
Jamie Miller's.
Jamie Miller, Dave Gumby, and the truck that Corey McCoy drives.
Oh, you're busy then, huh?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
How fun were?
Oh yeah, and Chester Fitch.
How fun were the trucks to drive?
For me, it wasn't much fun.
No,
I didn't really care for them. I was more of a sprint car guy, but that's what I had at the time, so that's what I took.
Gotcha. Was there any adjusting to the speed difference and the weight difference when you jumped out of the truck and got into the 305?
Oh yeah, I think the sprint car deal is way different than that. I mean, these things sometimes, if they're right, they pretty much drive themselves.
And things happen. And things happen a lot faster.
Oh yeah, a lot faster.
So if you didn't have a sprint car ride for a particular night and somebody offered you to drive their truck, would you take it?
Oh, I'm sure I would take it. I mean, I would race anything, to be honest.
All right, so you're a real racer then. If there's something with wheels, you're going to race it. So that's cool.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So what sponsors or people that help you out do you have to thank?
I got to thank Chaluk, Snap Auto Parts, BH41, Spanky's Pizza, JLH Contractors, Clean of Clean. I'm sure there's a couple more I'm forgetting. I'm just can't really think of them right now.
Spanky's Pizza and Dean Henry from Big D's is the one that got us in touch with.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So apparently.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's cool.
No, Dean's a great guy. He's definitely he supports all kinds of. He supports the guys over at Sandusky too. Even the
that's what everybody. Yeah.
And the pizza's pretty good. I mean, I haven't had Spanky's, but I can speak from experience with Big D's. It's pretty damn good stuff.
Yeah, I've never had Big D's with Spanky's. It's pretty good.
Where's Spanky's at? Is that in Fremont?
I think it's in Cary, Ohio. I think it is.
I don't even know where that's
could
at.
be.
I've heard
could
of
be
it.
wrong on that. Could be wrong on that, but I'm not sure.
Well,
We went there, but I can't remember. I think it's Cary.
Okay.
And Big D's is just in Clyde, so it's not.
Yeah,
far,
that thing.
It's not far away.
Have to try that out sometime, then, huh?
Absolutely. Speaking of pizza, what's your favorite topping? What do you get on your pizza?
I'm just a plain old pepperoni kind of guy.
I'm a just cheese guy, so I can appreciate that.
Yeah, people think I'm weird, but I like plain.
I had a Big D's veggie pizza the other day, and it's spectacular.
Yeah, I just can't see having veggies on my pizza.
Yeah,
I'm with you there.
This was peppers and
That's too much.
mushrooms.
It's too much.
Yeah, I think I'll pass on that.
Good stuff.
All right, Zeth. We appreciate the time. Good luck this weekend. You said Lernerville tomorrow, possibly, and Sharon on Saturday.
Yep.
Good luck there, and good luck next week too. Hope to see you make it Tuesday through Saturday.
Yeah.
We're gonna try.
All right,
and keep our record alive.
there you go.
We like that.
And keep it rubber side
Will
down.
do. Will do.
Thank you, Zeth.
All right, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll see you.
See ya.
There you go, Zeth Sabo, the picking up his first 410 sprint car feature win at Attica.
And I watched it, Scott. It was a fun race to watch. It really
With the
was.
sliders.
Yep.
Was he pulling sliders back on
Well,
Bryce?
when somebody pulls one on you, you got to pull it back if you're going to win.
All right. So he's got some skills then, is what you're saying. Where'd you go? Oh, wait. Hit the wrong button. There we go.
There I am.
There we are. Oakshade Raceway, where the fastest meet to race this weekend. It's the Vintage American race cars are going to be there, along with a full show of late model sportsmen, Dominator Superstocks, and the compacts. Vintage American race cars. I used to not. I was always like, okay, they're coming. This is great. But in recent years, these guys have gotten crazy.
They have.
They're racing serious in these old cars, and
if you get a chance,
it's dangerous too.
If you get a chance, walk their pits. It's
They'll have the cars lined up behind the Turn 4 grandstands,
Yes.
so you can check them
so
out.
the fans can watch.
Just do it before they hit the track, because there might be some hot exhaust if you check them out afterwards. But that's at Oakshade this weekend. Gage 704 racing at 7 p.m. Qualifying hot laps at 6. Jerry Keyser's going to be helping me announce.
Really?
Yeah, get him back out at Oakshade. It's been a while. So that'll be cool, too. And, of course, the 10,000 win birthday race coming up 1 week from Saturday at Oakshade. The penultimate event in the UMP Dirt Car Summer Nationals this year.
That means second to the end.
That's it.
Yoo-hoo, baby.
Wayne
You
County.
thought you could pull it quick.
No, I didn't. Wayne County doing the finale on Sunday for that. But this year it doesn't really matter because they're doing the weekly championship.
But there is an overall champion, too.
Yeah, I believe so. Big D's Pizza in Clyde. Give them a call right now, 419-547-1444. You can order online at orderbigdspizza.com. Check out their Sunday special on Sundays. Large 3-topping pizza, just $9.99. And make sure to follow them on Facebook because they'll periodically put up other specials and when they're going to be doing a barbecue, all kinds of that information. Definitely follow them on Facebook. It's Big D's in Clyde, big on taste, not on price. And, of course, Ron Miller Race Cars in Lambertville, Michigan. Give Ron a call, 734-856-7223. He's got
856 race.
That, too. Race cars, parts, safety equipment, service, anything a racer needs, including something that looks like this.
Patch panels.
A little bit of body work. So you probably won't get home delivery. Maybe. I don't know if you
just never
charge
know.
enough. Yeah, there you go. Give Ron a call. You'll find out. And don't forget to, if you want to win tickets for that ARCA race tomorrow night, let me find it here. Here we go. Type in hashtag ARCA. We'll be doing that drawing here in a little bit. You'll have to pick up the tickets from Ron Miller Race Cars tomorrow morning or afternoon because the race is tomorrow at 6 p.m., Friday at 6 p.m. So if you're listening to us on the podcast, this has already happened and you're probably too late. But one of the reasons, this is one of the shows you probably want to watch the video on because we got some more video highlights coming up here.
Oh, baby.
We had the Adam Lance clip here just a little bit ago. So if you are listening on the podcast, you might want to go back and check out the video and see those clips that you missed because there's a few more that are crazy. I guess that's the word we're going to go with is crazy. So we'll stick with that. Got some racing news to cover here. Let's do that now.
Latest racing news.
A NASCAR contractor has died after being electrocuted while setting up for the Chicago Street Race this past weekend. The Cook County Medical Examiner identified the man who died Friday as 53-year-old Dwayne Tabinski, the founder of an events company hired to install audio equipment for the race. Local station WLS-TV reported all of that. That's kind of like a Dan Rice kind of job.
Yeah.
He's into sound equipment.
You wouldn't think that sound equipment would be a high voltage kind of thing.
No, but there's probably a lot of other wires and stuff.
Yeah,
and
could be.
There was water. Although I don't know if it was raining on Friday.
Well,
So I don't know what the deal was there. It sucks, though. Jean Lynch, one of the first women inducted into the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame, has died. Outside of driving, Jean performed just about any role that an individual could in the racing world. She worked as a scorer for NASCAR, CART, and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and as an official for various sanctioning bodies, including Dirt and the All-Star Circuit of Champions. Jean was also a board member of the All-Stars for many years and coordinator of Ohio Sprint Speed Week. She spent many years managing the East Bay Winter Nationals and was the general manager at Tri-City Speedway, Sharon Speedway, and West Virginia Motor Speedway. That's a lot of things on a resume. That's an impressive resume.
Busy.
Yeah. Simon Pagenaud had a brake failure or some kind of mechanical failure that led to a spectacular crash in IndyCar practice at Mid-Ohio on Saturday, and you may have seen this. This is that incident. Yeah, I'll let you count how many flips this time.
I can't count that.
Oh! Wow. Does that look painful?
Simon
More
trying
than
to get.
five.
Oh my!
Was that more than
goodness.
5? Here we go. Here's a 1, 2, 3, 4.
You can see his hands
5,
pulled back to his chest,
6.
probably grabbing his shoulder belts. And again, I'm going to go back to the good news that
3/4. 6 3/4. Crazy. He
and a bunch of airtime before he did that.
Yeah. He walked away from the accident and was checked and released by the IndyCar medical team on Saturday. He was reevaluated Sunday morning, but not cleared to race, so Connor Daly filled in for Simon Pagenaud there. Steve Rando and his family and crew were involved in a serious accident on the way home from Attica last Friday night. Did you see pictures of that? Crazy.
Pictures of the crash. Not good.
No, according to Steve's sister, Ashley, Steve was checked and released from St. V's. Steve's girlfriend had 2 broken vertebrae, an open wound on her head, and her jaw was detached.
Yeah. Sounds painful.
Yes. Another family member suffered 2 broken ribs. According to Ashley, a drunk driver allegedly pulled out in front of them, causing that accident. So don't drink and drive.
No.
Especially near race car guys. I don't have trailer brakes either, so that would suck if you pulled out in front of me.
Don't say that. Somebody.
What?
You're supposed to have trailer brakes, Scott.
Are you? Is it a legal thing?
Yeah.
I got trailer brakes, and my truck stops it.
Oh, that's right.
See? Some crazy stuff went down in the Boss feature, the BOSS Buckeye Outlaw Sprint Series feature at Waynesfield Monday night, and it's resulted in the sanctioning body taking some action. I guess they haven't had to do this in quite a while. Eventual winner, and this involved 3 people. 3 was a triad, we'll say. And it was one of the members involved didn't voluntarily become a member.
Innocent bystander.
Yeah. The eventual winner, Ricky Lewis, got into Paul Deuce, forcing him up and over the banking off of turn 2 and off the backstretch. He was able to roll back onto the racing surface and brought out the yellow flag. Ricky Lewis, went on to win eventually the race. Under the yellow flag, though, Deuce took his frustrations out on the wrong driver, Landon Simon. They both had black cars, I guess. So
another reason not to have a black car, Scott.
I guess. Deuce drove into his rear bumper and turned him, ending up with his nose almost in Simon's cockpit. Jerry Keyser on the call with this. Check out this video. Here's what happened. This is this one right here.
Scary moment there as Deuce went to fire it in on the inside. Now here comes Ricky Lewis. Ricky Lewis into Paul Deuce.
So there goes Deuce. He's kind of knocked into the side of him, pushing him up over the banking. He came back on. It's rolling slow on the high side. He's going to drive.
Caution flag is going away for the 87 of Paul Deuce.
So now Deuce is running around here under caution. There you see the top of
Paul Deuce
Simon going
getting
by.
into the wrong car. Paul Deuce getting into Landon Simon, and that's not the car that got into him.
Now watch
Landon
Simon.
Not happy, and he shouldn't be.
He is
Landon Simon was not involved with any of that.
Had a chicken head going there, yelling at him, and then gets up into Paul Deuce's cockpit. It's like he's tugging at him a bit. I'd be pissed too if I was an instant bystander, not involved in the action there, and kind of involuntarily involved there. So,
and that could have gone much worse too.
Scott. Well, and even doing that, even if that was the right guy, is still not something you do.
With the front bumper going inside the car,
and Landon
could have gone very badly.
He posted that his head was pinned against the side, and its front end was up against his arm because it turned the car sideways.
Sure.
And just about went in the cockpit. So as a result of that, Boss issued a warning and placed Ricky Lewis. Well, this is a separate deal. Ricky Lewis, the guy that actually hit him and went on to win the race. Apparently, some other drivers had complained about his driving etiquette, I guess, something. I guess he had some rough driving getting to the front. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't get to watch the thing.
But we don't know.
But they issued a warning, placed Ricky Lewis on probation for the next 3 events after reviewing the footage from Monday and after drivers expressed concerns about his driving tactics and race etiquette. That was the exact verbiage. Paul Deuce, the guy that retaliated against the wrong guy.
He was the hitter.
Yes, he was the guy that did the stuff under caution there. He's been suspended for the remainder of the 2023 Boss Fast season. due to his actions under the caution flag there with Landon Simon.
That's pretty severe.
So, yeah, and from what the release said, apparently Dews is having his best year with the series. Full-time driver. Obviously, normally a series is trying to get as many cars as you can. You hate to do something like that, but I guess
Well, kudos to Boss for
making the call.
right.
Some more interesting, crazy stuff, I guess you could say. Merritt Speedway, right? They were scheduled to race this weekend, Saturday night. They posted something that they've canceled Saturday's racing program. What is today?
Today's the 7th.
8th, 9th. So the 9th.
Right.
They've canceled the racing event scheduled for the 9th due to some issues with crashes into the flag stand this past weekend. So they decided to take this weekend off and address those issues and completely rework that section of the track and improve the guardrail system there. And here is
why they're doing it.
And I think it's a very good reason. If you're going to cancel a race, this is a good reason to do it. Check this out.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure, but there must be a pole on the outside of the wall.
And again.
Yeah, into the flag stand, the base of the flag stand. The flag guys doubled over the. I feel bad for their flag guys getting beat up. I don't know. I guess they've never had issues there until
I
just
wonder,
recently.
I wonder what changed.
I don't know, but that's some crazy. Have you ever seen anything like that?
That's kind of the Mikey Waltrip crash years and years
Yeah,
ago.
kind of. But I mean, that was twice in
The same night.
I'm not sure if that was the same night or at least the same week.
Same weekend, right.
Which would have been the same night, yeah. NBC Sports coverage of the inaugural NASCAR Cup Series street race from Chicago this past weekend was the most watched Cup Series race on NBC in 6 years.
Wow.
Broadcast averaged 4.795 million viewers on NBC and Peacock, which that's actually not...
Scott, they're trying to gain a younger audience, and I think...
Is it coming at the expense of those old diehard fans, or are those old diehard fans, have they been gone for years now with all the changes?
But, the fact that it was a very highly watched event, and it looked like there was a good crowd there watching.
So it may happen again.
I'm wagering.
Wagering.
I was a little disappointed in the one crash that completely blocked the track, and
oh yeah, that was fun.
Looked like it took out half the cars. But.
Yeah, the track was blocked, and then they had to figure out who went where, and from the sound of it, they didn't get everybody into the right positions. But
thank you, Katie. Today's the 6th.
Yes, thank you. I don't know what day it is. Marco Andretti will make his NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series debut this weekend, driving the number 7 for Spire Motorsports at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Are you reading the comments?
I was just reading Matt Swander's comment.
You would not climb that flag stand?
He just said he thought it was very excessive on dues, and if Lewis was so rough, where was the black flag? And Matt Swander, a veteran flagman, would know.
Well, he would, but at the same time, and I don't know how the Boss Series works, but, some tracks, the flagman isn't always the one that makes that call. It comes from the tower.
A good flagman makes those calls.
There you go. Despite what kind of response they may get from the tower.
Well, yeah, that happens.
Ken Schrader will compete in the 2023 SRX, or for the SRX Championship, the Superstar Racing Experience, which kicks off next Thursday night, 9 o'clock on ESPN. And then it's, I think, 6 consecutive weeks. So again, the SRX series shifting from Saturday nights, where it ran the first 2 seasons, to Thursday nights.
Should have a lot better TV audience.
Thursday Night Thunder.
Oh, yes.
Let's bring it back, Thursday Night Thunder on ESPN. Former guest Katie Hedinger has become the first woman in Cars Tour history to lead the standings. She has a 9-point lead over Caden Kvapel. Kvapel.
Quapple?
Whatever, I can't pronounce that. There should not be a K and a V next to each other.
That's Quapple.
It's a bunch of quapple.
Whatever.
In the last series race at Caraway Speedway, Hedinger recorded her second consecutive runner-up finish. Through the opening 7 races of the season, she hasn't finished worse than 6th.
That's not bad. And a former guest.
Is she the real deal? Speaking of former guests, Haley Deegan's been taking a lot of heat.
Oh, she has.
And things kind of died off with Natalie Decker, and I'm not sure. Is she kind of faded away? Is she still?
I think she's still a thing.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, Dale Jr. has added another Xfinity race to his schedule this year. He was originally just going to run the race at Bristol on September 15th, but he has added the Homestead Miami race for the Xfinity Series on October 21st as well. So he'll be racing in 2 races this year. Coming out of retirement. Well, he's been running 1 race in the Xfinity Series since he retired. So
probably doing some late model stuff.
Oh, yeah, he's been doing that too, yeah. And finally, this is for Dean. This is Radio for One now. Eating superstar Joey Jaws Chestnut shook off a rain delay and gobbled his way to another win at Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest, downing 62 hot dogs, Franks, and buns in 10 minutes.
I couldn't imagine.
That's insane.
I could not imagine.
I couldn't imagine the bathroom afterwards.
My body would explode.
Speaking of, we should do another hot dog race.
I'm thinking.
When should we do that? I'll have to talk to Pam.
Yeah.
She's all for it, but we have to put it together. Or I have to put it together. Maybe
we'll figure it out.
Maybe the night of the
Night of Wheels?
Night of Wheels, yeah.
Ooh.
Which is I think the last Saturday in October or in July.
October?
Yeah,
Ooh.
I was moving ahead there.
I could be racing by then.
Yeah. No Hammer Down hotline playback this week. I didn't actually check it. I don't think I didn't get any messages. But if you'd like to call or leave a message for the Hammer Down hotline, something for us to talk about or what have you. You can't really see the number there. Sorry about that. There you go. 419-318-3081. 419-318-3081. Feel free to text or call anytime, day or night. And I promise I will check it before next week's show, before next Thursday. And once again, last call to get in on this ARCA drawing for these tickets here.
And again, please don't try to enter just to enter. We're hoping that you go and enjoy it.
Yep, we got 2 pairs of tickets for the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course race tomorrow. I believe it starts at 6. At least TV coverage starts at 6, so it probably starts a little after that. General admission tickets, so you can sit wherever. We got 2 of them. We're going to give away 2 pairs.
2 pairs.
So there will be 2 winners. And so far it looks like there is 4 people entered, so half of the people that entered are going to win. So congratulations to those half.
And some of them have the same last name, so carpooling might not be a big issue.
Do they? I haven't been looking at the comments. I didn't see who they were. But hashtag ARCA in the Facebook Live or YouTube comments to get into that drawing. Time to play How Many and give away some pizza. How about we do that?
I like pizza.
How many?
I do too. But not with all the stuff that you get on it. Last week's How Many was how many total stocks were going to be at I-96 for that support your Saturday tracks on Friday up there, trying to bring in some extra stock cars. There was a total of 15. I believe it was 9 4-barrels and 6
2-barrels.
2-barrel cars. And they all ran pretty competitive, evenly competitively.
Did they run all 15 in the combined feature?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They all started. They didn't all finish, but they all started.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah. That number was 15, and I picked 31. You picked 30, so you were closest.
I did.
And Kyle Keach, who I believe I met while I was up there, he picked 15.
Really?
So he wins a Big D's Pizza.
I'm surprised John Young didn't pick 15.
I'm surprised, too. Well, he picked something else. So Yeah, congratulations, Kyle Keach. You have 30 days to claim your pizza from Big D's. Get a hold of me, Dean, or Big D's, and make arrangements to get that before whatever this day is in, I guess that'd be August 6th.
Yeah.
Or August 5th. I'm not sure if it's a hard 30 days. Pretty much a month.
Yeah.
If after a month you haven't claimed it, you don't get it.
Somebody else gets it.
So if you want a chance to win a Big D's pizza on next week's show, how many World of Outlaw competitors are going to be at Attica on Tuesday night for the Brad Doty?
Ooh.
And not just World of Outlaw drivers, all the drivers that show up to compete in that World of Outlaw event.
And that will be a 410 sprint only show, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think it is.
So how many 410s are going to be at Attica Tuesday night for the Brad Doty? That's basically what I'm saying here. And then in case you're confused, right there it is on your screen. How many World of Outlaws at
Scott,
Attica on
I'm
Tuesday?
going with 48.
48. In that case, I'm going with 47.
Ooh, I think you went on the wrong side, but that's okay.
You think so?
Yes, sir.
If you want a chance to win that Big D's pizza, go ahead, put your guess in the comments of our Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and you can also do so. Like, we'll give you up until Tuesday, say 3 o'clock. So if you're listening to us on the podcast or the weekend sometime, just pull up our one of the videos either on YouTube or Facebook and this broadcast and put your guess in the comments. You'll be entered. As long as it's before 3 o'clock Tuesday, you're entered to win that Big D's pizza. Ooh. You can only guess once. Can't change your guess.
Change your guess, you get the black flag.
You get the black flag. It's over there. So there you go. And you'll be entered to win a Big D's pizza. Well, guesses are kind of all over there. Dean's usually pretty good. And he's got 39. So we may be a little high.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. So there you go. We'll do that drawing for those ARCA tickets here as soon as we go through our Big D's Pizza racing menu of events coming up this weekend, which we're going to do right now.
This weekend's Big D's Pizza racing menu.
Friday night, not much going on, which is weird.
Really, yeah.
No Lima Land.
No Attica.
Yeah. Actually, I'm surprised about that. Is there a Lima Land? Did we miss Lima Land? I think they're off. I know Attica's off because, their next event is July 14th at Lima Land. So, yeah, Attica and Lima Land both off this Friday night. So, Saturday night, though, you got some racing action. Oakshade with, as we mentioned earlier, late model sportsman, Dominator Superstocks, Compacts, and the Vintage American race cars, which we haven't seen that late model, that old late 70s, early 80s late model that was out maybe 5-10 years ago. Be nice, but there's a lot of classic from the 30s to the 70s and 80s.
Gene Steele will probably have a half a dozen cars there.
Oh, more than, just himself.
Just himself.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, but they'll probably run a couple heats and then have a feature in air quotes. It's we don't really score it, but they score it themselves.
It's like Little League games. No, we don't keep score, but the parents do.
There you go. Gates open at 4, racing at 7. General admission is $14 there at Oakshade on Saturday. Fremont Speedway, it's Roots Poultry Night featuring 410 Sprints, 305s, and the dirt trucks. Gates open at 4, racing at 7. General admission is $18. Butler Motor Speedway in action with Fireworks Night. And the modifieds, $1,776 to win. You get that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when our country was born.
Cute number, yeah.
1776.
Good job, Tim.
Yeah. UMP modified street stocks, 4 cylinders in action at Butler on Saturday. Gates open to 4, racing at 7:30. General admission $15. And also Flat Rock Speedway, Royal Truck and Trailer Sales, triple 50s, and Monroe Superstores fireworks. So a couple of Michigan tracks with some fireworks this weekend. Late model sportsman, figure 8 street stocks, all going 50-lap features, and they're going to have some vintage modifieds.
Really?
At Flat Rock as well. Gates open at 5, racing at 7. General admission $20 there. And then we got racing into next week because it's a busy week next week. The Brad Doty Classic, Tuesday, July 11th at Attica Raceway Park. It's World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint Cars, $15,000 to win. That purse went up a couple years ago from 10 to 15. Gates open at 3, racing at 7:30. General admission is $35 for that. And then Wednesday and Thursday, start of a big weekend at Eldora because the King's Royal is Friday, Saturday, night before, and then the King's Royal.
Right.
Both Friday and Saturday. But Wednesday, Thursday, the Eldora Million. 410 sprint cars, both, well, all week. But for the Eldora Million part of it, it's Wednesday and Thursday. Gates open at noon, racing at 7:45 both nights. General admission on Wednesday is $35 at Eldora, and on Thursday for the Eldora Million main event, $75.
Wow.
I guess that's what happens when you pay $1 million to win. Gotta pay for it somehow. So, other series action this weekend: the Dirt Car Summer Nationals, the Herald and Review 100 at Macon Speedway. That is tonight. Probably getting ready to get going. I have to go check that out. Farmer City Raceway in Farmer City, Illinois, tomorrow night, Friday night, July 7th. And it's Highland Speedway in Highland, Illinois on Saturday. Tri-State Speedway in Indiana on Sunday. And then that makeup race from Wednesday night, too. That's going to be on Monday.
Right.
Was that Red Hill? I think that was Red Hill.
Congratulations to Kai Blight, our Australian friend who's been running
He's been pretty good.
extremely well in the Summer Nationals.
And Rusty Schlenk just joined the tour Tuesday night, and he finished sixth, I think.
I saw that he was quickest
Was he quick?
in hot laps tonight.
Okay. Next week, where did I leave off yet? Did I get Shady Hill?
I think he did.
No, but I left off with Tri-State. That was Sunday. Shady Hill will kick off next week on Wednesday, July 12th. Yeah, that's in Indiana as well. Starting to get closer.
Right.
Closer to us. That's, because next week's the last week, isn't it?
Yes.
They'll be at Oakshade Saturday and Wayne County on Sunday. Butler is Thursday, I think.
I
think it's Thursday.
Hartford's in there too.
Yeah. Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series action. They'll have the Napa Auto Parts Go for 50 at Deer Creek Speedway, Spring Valley, Minnesota, tonight through Saturday. That's July 6th through the 8th. The Tezos All-Star Circuit of Champions will be at Ransomville Speedway in New York, Friday, July 7th, and then Sharon Speedway in Hartford, Ohio on Saturday, July 8th. The World of Outlaw NASA Energy Drink Sprint Cars. They'll be at West Burlington, at the West Burlington Sprint Car Showdown at 34 Raceway in West Burlington, Iowa on Friday. And then the World of Outlaws Badger 40 at Wilmot Raceway on Saturday, July 8th. Arca Menard Series, we got those tickets. We're going to give away here in just 2 seconds. The Zinsser Smart Coat 150.
Got them right here, folks.
That's at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. That's tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. That race will be televised on FS1. Truck Series will be also at Mid-Ohio. That's going to be Saturday at 1:30 p.m. on FS1. Then the Xfinity Series at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the, I forgot part of the Uniforms 250. Is it Alsco Uniforms? I left off part of the title of that. The 250-mile race at Atlanta on Saturday, July 8th. That'll be at 8 p.m. on USA Network. And then the Cup Series Quaker State 400 at Atlanta on Sunday. And that race starts at 7 p.m. They're doing a lot of Sunday evening races. Have you noticed that? I mean, I don't have a problem with that. It's because it's not competing against a lot of local tracks that run on Saturday nights. But then you're kind of up against it if there's weather because you don't really have any time to push it back.
2 in the morning, you take the green flag.
Yeah. But, that Cup race starts 7 o'clock on USA Network. And before we get to that, do you want to do the weekend weather pit stop? Then we'll draw the winner?
Yeah, sure, Scott.
Okay, go for it. How are we looking this weekend?
Friday, Saturday, there is a chance. Saturday, more towards the evening, but it's not a huge chance. I don't think anything is severely threatened this weekend. You know, Scott, I was looking at Oakshade. Out of 10 races, 4 of them have rained out. So we've lost 40%.
You did that math all by yourself?
This weekend, if should it rain out,
will be 50%.
We'd be very close to 50%, not quite 50%, but
yeah, I can't do that, man.
That's
not even
scary.
Yeah, that's not good.
So,
Mother Nature has been offer meds this
mother.
year. Yeah, something like that. All right, so last chance. If you haven't typed in hashtag ARCA and you can and are willing to go to the race at Mid-Ohio tomorrow evening, that race starts at 6. You got to pick up the tickets from Ron Miller Race Cars in Lambertville, Michigan. He's just across the border, not very far from
Make sure
Toledo
you use
area.
your GPS because the roads are totally screwed up.
Oh, yeah, and if you're coming from the Toledo area, coming up Whiteford Center or
Yeah, coming up
Whiteford.
coming up.
just
Secord-
ignore the blockades.
Yeah, Secord or Whiteford Center is no problem. If you're coming up 23 and getting off at Stearns Road,
That could be an issue.
get off at the fireworks store, turn right, go to the first road, turn left.
Just call Ron. He'll give you directions.
That's it.
All right, so let's do this drawing. Click on this. Here's our giveaway tool. Yay. All right, here we go. We are going to draw for 2 winners, as a matter of fact. Brett Ward is our first winner of a pair of tickets to the ARCA race tomorrow. Better write this down.
I believe he was the first one to enter, too.
Was he? Well, see.
Congratulations.
You snooze, you lose. And if you don't, then you win. We'll draw for that second pair of tickets. So, again, that's a pair of tickets you won there, Brett. And the last pair will go to Katie Rutan.
Very good.
With Chris's wife there. So, congratulations. You will need to stop by Ron Miller Race Cars. What time are you going to be around tomorrow?
Anytime after 8 in the morning.
There you go. Anytime after 8 and before 6 because you got to get down there probably.
Right.
You guys won the ARCA tickets for the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course.
If you get confused by the road closures, give me a call, 734-856-7223.
There you go. Thanks to associate producer Dave Kemmer. He does a lot of work. Should probably give him a raise.
But he's well paid.
He is well paid, yeah. Contributors John Young, Dean Henry, Matt Swander, Bob Stazak. Make sure to like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Hammer Report. Follow us on YouTube. Of course, you can always listen to us on demand on your favorite podcasting platforms, such as Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. All that information and more available at hammerdownracingreport.com. Also helps if you rate and leave a review for us. I know that's a lot to actually have to type in some words. But, it helps. Don't forget, get your Hammer Down Racing Report window sticker, car sticker.
Yeah.
You can put on your race car. And if you got on your race car, send us a picture. And we'll make sure to cover you on the show. Thanks again to DCR Graphics, Dominator Race Products, Big D's Pizza, Oakshade Raceway, Ron Miller Race Cars, Freeze Frame Photos, Headhunters Barber Studio and Salon. And thanks to this week's guest, Zeth Sabo. Wish him luck this weekend at Lernerville and Sharon.
Our streak alive.
And next week as well.
Yes.
Got a busy week next week with the Doty and then Eldora. So, got to get her done, as they say. We'll be back in action next Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Hopefully my voice will be a little bit better then. Won't be struggling as much. Get out and support your local track this weekend. Until then, we'll see you next Thursday. We're out. See ya.
Good night, all.
You have been listening to the Hammer Down Racing Report, available on demand on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting platform.